Hi. All right. So we're practicing Romans 12:2 today. Okay. Here we go. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, and it will lead you renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and no test and be able to test and I can't think of the word right now. You'll be able to test and know the will of God's will, which is pleasing and perfect in Him. I'm gonna try that again one more time. I'm gonna read it and then I'll come back to it. All right, let's try it again. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you will be able to test and approve God's will, and which is pleasing and perfect just pleasing and perfect. There's something else that goes after that. His good, pleasing, and perfect will. All right, there we go. That was my practice. All right, I'll be back with some more maybe. I did want to mention one thing. Today, my daughter got her first B, and she said, "No, I got an A, Dad." And I was like, "Well, it's a B." "No, it's an A." She does not want a B, and so, well, we'll see how that goes later on. Therefore, I urge you, dear brothers, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God, which is our spiritual worship. There we go. All right, I'm going to put the two together now. Let's see if I can do it. Therefore, I urge you, dear brothers. I don't know why I added dear, but therefore I urge you, brothers, to offer your bodies as a holy and pleasing living sacrifice, which is a spiritual act of worship. Okay, part 2 is do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you will be able to test and approve what God's will is. His perfect, His good, perfect, pleasing will. I think that's it.